Yes.
It's not going on.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way.
It can't happen.
It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you
Bring the envelope.
Give it to High Court. Setting aside the
Brown envelope.
Yes, where is it? I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit
Give her the should or judgment.
Can you hold this for me?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something very, very clear. In all this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable.
Good morning and welcome to Naija News Series, your trusted source for the stories shaping our nation and beyond. Today, we do an in-depth into one of the most controversial and polarizing legal battles in Nigeria's recent history, a tale that has spanned nearly a decade, questions the rule of law, and places Nigeria's judiciary at the center of an explosive political drama. This is the story of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, whose unrelenting fight for self-determination has set him on a collision course with the federal government of Nigeria. What began as an activist's call for the independence of Biafra has morphed into a legal and political saga that has gripped the nation and reverberated across the world. From his arrest and detention in 2015, his dramatic escape in 2017, to his controversial extradition from Kenya in 2021, Nnamdi Kanu's journey is nothing short of cinematic. But beneath the intrigue lies a deeper question. How far should a government go to maintain national unity, and at what cost to human rights and the rule of law? The Genesis, a call for Biafra. In 2014, Nnamdi Kanu emerged as a fiery voice for Biafran independence, broadcasting secessionist rhetoric through Radio Biafra. By 2015, his growing influence and inflammatory speeches drew the attention of Nigerian authorities, leading to his arrest on charges of treasonable felony and managing an unlawful society. His detention sparked massive protests across southeastern Nigeria, solidifying his status as both a symbol of resistance and a divisive figure in national politics. Nnamdi Kanu's dramatic escape, the raid that shook Abia State. On the night of September 14, 2017, the Nigerian military launched Operation Python Dance 2 in the southeastern region, targeting perceived threats to national security. The operation, officially described as a crackdown on criminal activities, quickly became synonymous with heavy-handed tactics and allegations of human rights abuses. The raid on Nnamdi Kanu's family compound in Umuahia, Abia State, became the epicenter of a military operation that would leave a lasting scar on the IPOB movement. Witness accounts and reports revealed that heavily armed soldiers stormed the residence in a coordinated assault. The scene. Military vehicles surrounded the compound, and soldiers opened fire indiscriminately, according to eyewitnesses. Bullets riddled the walls of the house, and the air was filled with gunfire and chaos. Casualties. The operation resulted in the deaths of at least 28 IPOB members, who were reportedly present at the compound. Many were unarmed supporters of the Biafran movement. Videos and photos that later surfaced online showed lifeless bodies sprawled across the premises, sparking outrage and accusations of extrajudicial killings. The target. The aim was clear: to neutralize Nnamdi Kanu and dismantle IPOB's operational base. Military sources later suggested that Kanu was considered a threat to national security due to his secessionist activities and growing influence. Kanu's escape. Amid the bloodshed, Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape the raid, an act that added to his almost mythical status among his supporters. The details of his escape remain murky, but sources close to Kanu claim he fled with the help of loyal IPOB members who created a diversion to distract the soldiers. Journey into exile. Kanu allegedly traversed dangerous terrain, eventually leaving Nigeria through unconventional routes. Months later, he resurfaced in Israel, where he was seen praying at the Western Wall, confirming his survival and reigniting the Biafran movement. Military justification. The Nigerian military maintained that the operation was a routine exercise aimed at maintaining peace and order, denying accusations of targeting IPOB specifically. However, rights groups such as Amnesty International condemned the raid, labeling it a gross violation of human rights and calling for an independent investigation. Aftermath. The raid not only led to Kanu's disappearance, but also heightened tensions between the federal government and southeastern Nigeria. IPOB declared that the operation was an assassination attempt on their leader, further emboldening their call for Biafran independence. Kanu's father. The aftermath also took a toll on Kanu's family. His father, Eze Israel Kanu, a traditional ruler, went into hiding and passed away in 2020. IPOB supporters believe the stress and trauma of the raid contributed to his demise. Regional unrest. Protests erupted across southeastern Nigeria, with IPOB members clashing with security forces in multiple states. The raid and its fallout deepened the distrust between the region and the central government. Military objectives and public perception. While the military claimed the operation was essential for national security, critics argued it was a targeted attack on political dissent. The excessive use of force, loss of lives, and destruction of property painted a grim picture of the government's approach to dealing with opposition. The raid on Kanu's residence remains a pivotal moment in his saga, highlighting the high stakes of his secessionist campaign and the lengths to which the government was willing to go to suppress it. It set the stage for his eventual extradition in 2021 and continues to fuel debates about justice, human rights, and the future of Nigeria's unity. A timeline of legal battles. Courts take a stand. What followed was a series of legal twists and turns that would test Nigeria's judicial system. November 2015. Despite a court order granting him bail, Kanu remained in DSS custody, sparking accusations of government overreach. November 2016. Kanu was rearraigned with additional terrorism-related charges. His legal team, led by Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Aloy Ejimakor, faced significant hurdles from restricted access to their client to threats and intimidation. April 2017. Kanu was granted bail on health grounds, but his freedom was short-lived. In September 2017, a military raid on his residence in Abia State forced him into hiding. June 2021. In a dramatic twist, Kanu was apprehended in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria. He alleged abduction, torture, and a violation of international extradition laws, a claim that raised global concerns. The judiciary takes a stand. Kanu's legal team fought back, challenging his detention and the manner of his extradition. The courts responded. October 2022. The Federal High Court in Umuahia ruled that Kanu's extraordinary rendition violated international laws. The court ordered the government to return him to Kenya and pay 500 million naira in damages. October 2022. The Court of Appeal discharged Kanu of all charges, stating that his rendition denied him a fair trial and violated Nigeria's legal framework. October 2023. a high court in Enugu awarded Kanu 8 billion naira in damages for the military invasion of his home in 2017, further cementing his position as a symbol of judicial resistance to state overreach. Challenges amid a flawed judicial system. The legal victories have not come without challenges. The government's refusal to comply with court orders underscores systemic issues within Nigeria's justice system. Kanu's lawyers have faced harassment, limited access to their client, and procedural delays, all of which highlight the difficulties of seeking justice in a politically charged environment. Analysis: justice or politics? The judiciary's rulings in Kanu's favor are a testament to its thin independence and commitment to the rule of law. Yet, the government's reluctance to act on these rulings raises critical questions. Is this a matter of national security, or is it a disregard for legal norms? For Kanu's supporters, his case is a fight for justice. For the government, it's a fight for Nigeria's unity. Outlook for 2025: navigating legal complexities amidst judicial scrutiny. As 2025 unfolds, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team continues to confront significant challenges within Nigeria's judicial landscape. Recent developments have intensified the complexities of his case, highlighting systemic issues that impede the pursuit of justice. Recent legal filings and judicial hurdles. In December 2024, Kanu's legal team formally opposed the federal government's request to resume his trial, citing concerns over judicial impartiality and due process. They filed a motion requesting the recusal of Justice Binta Nyako, alleging bias in her handling of the case. This move underscores the defense's apprehension regarding fair trial standards within the current judicial framework. Additionally, Kanu's N50 billion lawsuit against the federal government, seeking damages for alleged unlawful detention and human rights violations, has encountered procedural delays. In January 2025, proceedings were stalled due to the absence of the presiding judge, further prolonging the legal battle and exacerbating concerns about judicial efficiency and accountability. Judicial scrutiny and Nigeria justice system. The publication of Dele Farotimi's book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, has cast a critical spotlight on the nation's judiciary. Farotimi's work meticulously documents instances of corruption, political interference, and systemic failures within the legal system, arguing that these issues have eroded public trust and compromised the delivery of justice. The book's release has sparked nationwide debates, with legal scholars, practitioners, and civil society organizations calling for comprehensive reforms. Farotimi's arrest and subsequent legal battles, following allegations of defamation by prominent legal figures, have further amplified discussions about the judiciary's role and independence, impact on Nnamdi Kanu's case, and the judiciary's future. The heightened scrutiny of Nigeria's judicial system, propelled by Farotimi's exposé, is poised to influence the trajectory of Nnamdi Kanu's legal proceedings. Public awareness of systemic flaws may exert pressure on judicial actors to adhere more strictly to principles of fairness, transparency, and impartiality. However, entrenched challenges such as procedural delays, allegations of bias, and political interference remain formidable obstacles. The outcome of Kanu's case holds significant implications for the judiciary's credibility. A resolution perceived as just and impartial could bolster public confidence and signal a commitment to upholding the rule of law. Conversely, a continuation of perceived injustices may deepen skepticism and fuel calls for systemic overhaul. In conclusion, as Nnamdi Kanu's legal saga progresses amidst a climate of critical examination, the interplay between individual legal battles and broader systemic critiques will play a pivotal role in shaping the future of Nigeria's judiciary and its pursuit of equitable justice. Thanks for watching Naija News series. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth analysis.